Angel, KTN News.
Right, Kenyans will not earn a single penny from the government through the proposed housing levy, which will see them contribute as high as 2,500 shillings every month. This even as those not interested or unable to even own those homes through that scheme will have to wait for up to 14 years to withdraw their contribution made by the employers. Jimmy Mbogo reports.
The 3% mandatory housing levy has proved a tough sell for the government, with Kenyans opposed to what they see as an added tax on their already stretched income. Although the government maintains that the levy is not a tax, it remains hard-pressed to justify it. Barely a week ago, the president sought to clarify just that.
Nothing stops you as somebody who is employed. Yeah? Number one, contributing to this fund. Because it is not a tax. It is your money. What you are doing, you are playing your patriotic duty. Because out there, we have millions of young people who get out of school every year. Why is it our responsibility? Because they are the taxpayers that end up paying our salaries. Right? And it is our duty also to see how we can help them in a small way.
But despite the near-patriotic rallying call, the levy has remained a thorn in the government's flesh, forcing the government to continually engage on the issue. Come Wednesday, and the Housing Principal Secretary Charles Hinga, flanked by State House spokesperson Hussein Mohammed, held a briefing on the levy.
Housing and settlement.
The aim was to offer clarity on the levy, indicating that Kenyans would be allowed to withdraw their contribution after 7 years. But with that clarity came an admission that though Kenyans could view the levy as a saving vehicle, the contribution would not earn any interest.
210,000. So it's not millions that you'll have saved. It's 210. For average Kenyan who is going to be contributing 1,000 shillings and below, that is 84,000. But however, if you want to get it out, you will get out your portion. The employer portion stays in. Because the employer portion is the one that protects the capital of the fund. So that if now there are obligations for the fund, we are supposed to keep those that kind of money. But after 14 years, you can now exit.
This then begs the question as to why Kenyans should invest in a venture devoid of interest and lock in their hard-earned contribution for 7 to 14 years. The answer?
You get 100% return on day one. You ask me, Hinga na smoke kitu. You know, nyinyi hamuelewi maneno. The minute you put your money in the housing fund, the employer contributes for you another 1,000. So on day one, you're 1,000 in Azar to another 1,000.
The PS further notes that if the government is to achieve its housing goal, it is necessary to impose the levy in order to guarantee investors that they will recoup their money for any credit facility extended to Kenya towards the housing project.
I have got over 200 investors, and all they are saying is, if you give me an off-take plan, because I don't believe in your story. Your story is a very emotional story about Wanjiko owning a home, about the Juakali artisan owning a home, a shoe shiner owning a home. But hey, my money is not emotional. All right? So me, I just want to know that I'll get paid.
With the government keen to achieve its affordable housing plan of 200,000 units and lower the cost of housing, the PS has also intimated that the tenant agreement bill, which sought to regulate the amount of money Kenyans pay in rent, could soon be reviewed.
There is a landlord and tenants bill that is before Parliament. It was sent back up. It addresses some of these issues about the regulation of tenants. So it is still a bill, and we hope, because now there is goodwill, it's one of the bills that we can be able to get completed.
Jimmy Mbogo, KTN News.
Well, that's one of the